morning. Happy Monday to you. I have been up making things happen and I'm excited about today. So, y'all come on in, share the video. Let's get this party started. When I tell you, people are literally inboxing me or messaging me from the four corners of the earth, from Africa to just all over. But it's all good because it's all God. That is so funny. I made some headway this week with all of my projects, and I'm so excited about it. I'm going to be done these projects in Jesus' name, in the name of Yeshua. I'm a Chia, okay? Barak M. Kadesh. Uh, um, so y'all come on in, share the video. The coach is here today. I'm going to coach you into your destiny. I'm going to coach you into your wealthy place. That's my assignment in the body of Christ, is to get you rich. Period. Like, period. Latoya, Dawn, how y'all doing? I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Um, the Lord spoke to me today. I'm going to share some stuff with y'all. So let's go into sharing frenzy right now, to get people in here. I have made some headway this weekend with projects and different things like that. I'm killing it with schoolwork and all this kind of stuff. And I just got the test. Great. I just got testimonies that, the Bible says we overcome by the word of our testimony and the blood of the Lamb. And so I got a testimony this week that just kind of encouraged me to keep pushing, even though what I'm doing is absurd and ludicrous. That's why we got ridiculous faith, right? We have ridiculous faith so that we can do the things that nobody else does, and we can have the things that nobody else has. I'm going on y'all gonna just see a campaign. Y'all gonna see a barrage of um posts and stuff like that. I got to go hard. My dreams matter. I want y'all to type that after you share the video. I want you to put my dreams matter. We are going too slow. We're going too slow. We're going too slow. The frustrating part is that you see your dreams within arm's reach, but you can't get it because you're moving too slow. You know how stuff um seem closer than it is? Like you see something like maybe in a different city that you're in. You're like, oh, I like to go over there to this, oh, that building right there. And they like, that's 40 minutes away. Like it's because it's big. This is so good, Pastor Monica. Because it's so big, you can see it and it appears close, but it's not close. And that's how your dreams are. It seems like you could just touch it, but you're really not that close. You got to do something to get close. Get close to your dreams. Get close. Get close, y'all. Like you want to make big moves. Dawn is making big moves. You're making big moves, but we gotta get close. And so I've been talking and preaching to you about decluttering your life, decluttering your dreams, decluttering. Thanks to it, just decluttering everything. So let's talk about that really quickly before I get into my points. Declutter everything. Like, look at your life. Like, for me, I'm finishing up these projects this week. I'm talking about come hella high water. I'll be listening, falling asleep at this computer, but I'm getting rid of it because to have stuff over my head week after week after week, which is preventing me from getting to my next. What was which what what was once a blessing becomes a burden. Anybody know what I'm talking about? Like that job you ready to get off. Okay, you beg for that job. Lord, please, they had 12 candidates and I hope I get a call back. And now you like, oh my God, like it's just over. Some seasons are just over. And I'll tell you something that happened. And I got to call one of my clients today. I said that I wasn't doing no more books and all that kind of stuff. Y'all gonna be, I'm breaking this news first here. And I love him so much. He's such a baller and a game changer. And he called, left a voice message, and was like, PM, I need you to do this, that, and the third. And I was like, okay. Now, mind you, I made this big thing about I'm not doing these projects no more because I got to focus on teaching. I got to focus on speaking and all that kind of stuff. And I was tempted to do it. So I said, I'll get back to you Monday. Well, Monday came, but really right after the call, the Lord arrested me and said, didn't you say Again, a profitable distraction. You're about to entertain it. That's not what you're doing anymore. Hey, sister, that's not what you're doing anymore. So you can't, no, not this one more time. Be done. Who am I preaching to too? Because I know you need to hear. Not one more time done. So I got to call him back. But the Lord gave me a plan because I'm teaching everything I know now. I'm not doing everything. Teach, Pastor Monica. I'm helping myself. I'm not doing everything I know. I'm teaching everything I know. I have matriculated to an instructor. Hey, Brandon, I have matriculated into an instructor. I'm going higher. I am going higher. I remember that song. The devil is a liar. Gonna get what God has for me. Okay, whatever. Y'all need to be exposed. Hey, Pastor K-Son, how are you? And the family. We have to declutter. Okay, get back to the ministry that God called you to do. Like, get back to the basics of it, not all the fluff, not all the things you did to make money so that you could get it off the ground. We've tried to help God out. So, listen to this word. This is a word, y'all. Get this. We've tried to help God out so much that the ministry He originally gave us or the business that He originally gave us doesn't even look the same. It doesn't even look the same. It doesn't even look like what He said. We done added a little bit of this and a little bit of that. You add so much stuff to it, don't taste like, you ever cook something, you be like, it don't. My husband, he can really, really cook. I mean, the man of God, he called himself the apostolic chef. And he is really, he don't just cook like Southern food, he cook like Southern cuisine. Like, it's amazing. But this one time he made greens and we must not have had seasoning salt. So he put like adobo. And we talk about it to this day, the taco greens. Like, no, they can look the part, they can smell aromatic, but we was like, this tastes like tacos. The taco, remember this, and we talk about it all the time. Remember this how you made the taco greens? No, no. Some things don't go in there. I'm talking about ministry too. Some things didn't belong with you. Other churches might be able to do it, but that's not what He called you to do. Some businesses, it just don't belong there. So we have to declutter. How did it get here? I had some girls help me last week organize some things, and then I just had a collection of all kinds of stuff. And you'll just put it, let me just sit it right here. Let me just sit right here. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody gets a house and intend to have a junk drawer. Why do you and Cheryl, the crazy thing is that you transfer the junk from one house to the next. Why is there a junk drawer? Every place, everything in your house could have a place, could have a home, but you just throw it in there. You just throw it in there. You're not even gonna go back to that stuff. You got old honey packets, old ketchup packets, and all. It's disgusting. You don't even want to go in there. Don't judge my house because I cleaned out mine, okay? But why is there a junk drawer? Why is there junk? Like, I want to go to them houses. You get on TikTok and Pinterest and all of that and go to the Container Store and get some stuff to organize your life so that you can breathe. You think better when things are decluttered. Your car ride better. You know, when you get some gas and you clean that car up, you be like, oh, this car, oh, I was thinking about getting rid of, oh, this is still my favorite car. Why? Because I got it together. Hey, Joy. I got it together. That's what I'm doing to my ministry. Take me back, dear Lord, to the place where I first received you. Take me back, dun, dun, dun. Take me back, dear Lord, where I get back to the heart of the matter. Get back. You know, I keep hearing songs now. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, and it's all about you. All about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the things I made it, but it's all about. Get back to that. Get back to His original plan, His original intention for your life. Get back to the original mandate that He given to you. So, like the fluff. And see, a lot of times, even with our businesses, we add, oh, I'm gonna start doing this. Okay, I'm just teaching. I used this illustration before. The Lord told you to start a business, right? And you just so excited because you made some mean egg rolls and it's so good. And it's called the Egg Roll Company, right? And I mean, you got all kinds of egg rolls. You got soul food egg rolls, okay, because they so good. Okay, you put, I'm giving people ideas right now. Put some greens and some yams and a little bit of macaroni cheese and some chicken in there. You're like, oh my God, I mean, just all at once. This is so good, right? You got the General Cho's chicken egg roll, okay, because we could do it like the original Asian dish. You got even you was so creative to even have the cheesecake egg roll, cheesecake swirl egg roll, okay, because you deep fry it and it's like the dessert, the Egg Roll Company. You let somebody come in and be like, oh, you should serve chicken. Guess what it's called? If it ain't a chicken egg roll, I'm not doing it. And that's what happens. We allow people to influence our vision. But what did God say to you? If you have an evangelism ministry, then everything you do is about evangelism. Your church could just be an evangelistic church. You always doing stuff for the community. You always, and that's how people come in. You got a van to go to the women's shelter and bring people to church, and you got a big youth program to evangelize and all of that stuff. But then somebody else do something else, and then you start doing it. That's not what God told you to do. That's not what God told you to do. If God didn't tell me to start a soup kitchen and the church down the street has soup, I can donate to a soup kitchen. I can, but it may not be my grace. It may not be my oil. Can I just help the people? Like, get in your lane, stay focused, keep driving. Get in your lane, stay focused. I'm gonna tell a story. Our pastor told us, and I'm gonna tell it my way, okay? A girl was a young lady, young adult lady was driving with her mom from her family member's house. And on their way back home, they encountered a storm. And so everything was going on fine, but the young girl was inexperienced in driving. And so they got into the storm, and it was raining profusely. But what they could see, and I don't know if you've ever been down south, you could see one side of the street is raining and the other side is not. And so as they were driving, they could see that the storm was here, but up further there was no rain. And so, but the rain started getting really bad, really bad, and everybody started pulling over. And so the young lady said, "Do you want me to pull over?" Her mom said, "Just stay in your lane, stay focused, and keep driving." And so she drove some more, and then it was like really coming down, and more people were coming over. And she said, "Do you want me to pull over?" Her mom said, "Baby, stay in your lane, stay focused, and keep driving." And so she did that, and a couple of miles away, she it just suddenly stopped. And she said, "Look in your rearview mirror." The girl looked. Everybody was pulled over, and it was still raining. She said, "That's why I told you. The storm, we can outrun the storm. All you have to remember is stay in your lane, stay focused, and keep driving." And that's what you have to do. Storms will come, but I ain't stopping in no storm. If I don't want to be in the storm, so why am I stop in it? Yea, though I walk I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. I walk through it. I don't stay stuck in it. I don't chill out in the valley of the shadow of death. Oh, let's come to the valley. No, that's a low place. I don't want to stay here. So if you're going through a rough time in your life, if you're going through a rough time in your business, if you're going through a rough time in your ministry, don't stay there. Like, duh. I don't want to be like that this morning, but like, why would you stay there? You don't like it here. Don't stay in depression. You don't like it here. Don't stay in anxiety. You don't like it here. Share this video. It's too good to keep to yourself. You don't like it and broke. Don't reside there. I walk through. That means I have the ability to walk through it. The devil didn't knock me down that I couldn't get through it. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I won't fear no evil because God is with me. That rod, that staff, that comfort me. Like this is y'all know this stuff though. Stay in your lane, stay focused, and I don't care what they're doing to the left or to the right. And that's what I'm saying. We all have a propensity to be distracted. I just got distracted that quick. I'm telling y'all every week, I'm trying to finish these last projects. And you get ready to entertain taking on another one. No, you don't need money that bad. You don't need it's not worth it. Money is not worth your distraction. Our pastor says it like this: if you make a blessing, you'll miss a blessing. If you listen to me, If you make a blessing, you'll miss a blessing. And the one you miss is greater than the one you made. Let me run that back because you missed it. When you try to make a blessing, you will miss a blessing. And the one you missed is greater than the one you made. It's not worth it. God don't need he don't need your help. Let him do his God thing. Let him do his God thing in your life. I keep trying to help God and just get into just a mess. You have little kids that try to help you, be like, you know what? Go over there, help mommy over there. Why? Because they're in the way and it's going to take longer. I need you to understand that God has something amazing for you to do, but you've gotten it cluttered. You've gotten your vision cluttered. You've added on a little bit of stuff. It's not the egg roll company anymore. It's the egg roll slash we sell chicken wings sometimes slash tacos slash I don't even know what you are. I don't even know how to brand who you are. Some of you can't be branded right now because you got too much. What are you? 5 and 10 stores? Y'all, oh, I'm telling my age. 5 and dime store. What are you, Walmart? Like you just do everything. You just do everything. Specialists make more. Teach, Pastor Monica. Specialists make more. Specialists make more. I'm going to give y'all some ideas today. Specialists make more. Everybody's not going to come to you when you're a specialist, but the people who are, they've been waiting for you. I've been waiting my whole life to find someone like you. I've been looking for this. I've been searching for this. Everybody may not come, but the people who need it. Everybody's not making an appointment with the orthopedic surgeon this week. But the people who need an orthopedic surgeon are making appointments with the orthopedic surgeon. And they got to, first of all, be waiting forever because they get paid a lot of money and they be, So be a specialist. Now, specialist, let's talk about a specialist real quick. Let me talk about a specialist real quick. Jesse is on here from Africa, right? Jesse is a serve well specialist. I just gave you a title for some of your people. I just gave Jesse, write it down. A serve well specialist, right? So they need to be certified. And Jesse, the way you duplicate yourself is everything that you would do to make something amazing, right? Is what they need to learn how to do. So that when you're not there, if you have stuff where you can only be there, you are thinking too small and it's a disappointment to God. He told us to make disciples. So it should be little Jessies going throughout Africa and throughout the uttermost parts of the world. They should sound like Jesse. They should minister like Jesse. They should be able to deliver like Jesse. They should have the same information as Jesse. I'm making disciples now. I'm making disciples. And that's what Jesus told us to do. We supposed to be like little Jesus around the earth. What would Jesus do? He should act like you. That is mind being you, which is also in Christ Jesus. So I should be like a little G. You gotta duplicate yourself. Everybody write duplicate yourself. You stressed because you the only one to do it. Think empire. And an emperor leads an empire. They not working every aspect of the empire. Teach, girl, you just doing a lot on a Monday. You understand? My desire is to duplicate myself. If I die knowing everything that I know, you're going to be like, she was a great woman. PM would do this and she could do that and she could do that. And if that's what you have to say, oh God, I'm about to cry. I ain't trying to die no time soon, though. I'm just put that out there. But if that's what you have to say at my funeral, then I'm going to get up. Okay, better be resurrected and feel like a failure. If all you can say about me is my accomplishments and what I've done for myself, oh, she started school, she did this, she did that, she took herself from being a Section 8 person to a millionaire. If that's all you got to say about me, doggone it, I failed. But if y'all can get up there at my service, y'all better come with tote bags. You better come with your products. You better come standing up there saying, this girl, she gave it all she had. She left it all on the court. And I wouldn't have all of this if it had not been for her. She told me how to write books. She told me how to build this. She told me how to build that. Listen, and then send money to my grandkids and to my foundations. Unless You can show proof of who I am to you. Where's the proof? I'm one of the baddest coaches you know. Where's the proof? Period. It is. I mean, it is what it is. You cannot like me saying it, but it's the truth. Where's the proof? Where's the proof? I gotta preach at a conference in Florida in a couple of weeks. And one of the families that I met there a year ago, um, they have close to 100 products in 1 year. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not exaggerating. They have close to 100 products in 1 year. All I need them to do is stand up, show them what you did in a year. Because I said when I preached there last year, I said if y'all, because I'm kind of funny, okay, she kind of cute or whatever, and so you could preach a little bit. So they were like, she was amazing. I love doing day sessions too because when people don't come because they want to shop, you know, um, the other people won't talk about me that came to the session like you missed it. People's like, I heard I missed you. I heard you did this. I heard you did that. So I love that. But now I'm preaching a night session. Okay. And so it'll probably be more people there or whatever. But I told them last year, I said, if I don't come, if I come, I won't know how I did until I come back. Because you saying I did a wonderful job, you saying, oh, you preached. How many times people said that? Oh, I went to church and she preached. What she preached about? I don't know, but it was good. Okay, I won't know till you have manifestation. And I sure enough got some proof. Pastor Gary, all of them, they come in there. All I gotta do is say, stand up. What do you have since the last year? This girl, yeah, no, I'm not. Yeah. Duplicate yourself though. Duplicate yourself. I'm teaching everything I know. I can help every last one of you. Who's on here? Joy, Pastor Lisa. Like y'all let me put my brain on your brand. It would be so different. I'm not saying that God spoke to you. You had the vision, but I know how to get it out your head and into your hands. You have the vision, but it's just not what you saw in your head. It's not manifesting in your pockets. Come on, y'all. I'm not talking about y'all. You don't have the money to do what's in your heart to do. That's an issue for me because I gotta wait for you to get it. I gotta wait for you to get it. Your money issues could be over by the end of this year. You could be out of. First of all, let's get out of debt. You could be totally and completely out. I don't care nothing about your house. I mean, you mean like everything but the mortgage. Did I say everything but the mortgage? Because I know how to talk, because I'm like a whole communicator. Like this is literally what I do for a living. I don't care nothing about Donald Trump not or taking back the forgiveness of the loans. I said out of debt, and that's what I meant. Completely and totally and fully. Owing no man nothing but to love him. But you won't let me help you like that. And so you can't believe for that. You can't believe for that. You'd rather believe God for an arrangement. You'd rather believe God for a handout than to be totally delivered to the source. I don't want to just get my bills paid. I still got another bill coming. I don't want to just get my bills paid. I want to be debt free. And I've experienced it. And I'm on my way. By the end of this year, I will be totally and completely. By the end of January, I'm giving myself that extra month. Okay, you can judge me. God can do it before the end of the year, but I'm giving myself to the end of January of 26. I'll be total and completely debt free. Watch me sit here and be like, and guys, I just want to say, God is so faithful. He is so faithful. You don't know what it's like to owe nothing. I had credits on bills. They was like, okay, don't send me any more money because you're, debt free. I dare y'all. Y'all too scared to even type it. I dare you to type debt free. Everybody on every platform, TikTok, Instagram, type debt free. Type debt free. I said type debt free. You don't even know what to believe God for because you're too afraid to go to pull your credit. You're too afraid to debt free, total and completely. I'm talking about the house paid off, cars paid off, totally and completely debt free. Write it all out. It is for some of you, it ain't as bad as it looks. What you gonna say? 300,000 with the house, what you owe on the house, 500,000. You ain't scared me yet. I can make 500,000, but before the end of the year. What? I wish mom was just put it on there. Put it on put the car. Do a guesstimate till you can get the figure. It ain't that deep. You pay your car payment online. Go call Toyota or call Mercedes or get on the app and you like, okay, I owe 26,000. Okay, I got 3 cars. I got a Bentley. I don't know how much I owe on that. I don't think I owe that much on either, on none of them. I think I owe about 20,000 on each of my cars. I got 3 cars that I paid for. I think one is 30 and 20. So I owe two for 70,000 in card. And so on and so forth. Credit card debt. I ain't even discussing that, okay, with you because none of your business. But it's more than I would like. It's really not that bad. So with my current bills that I pay, and oh, that ain't bad at all. Girl, you can have a boot camp and do that. Do y'all love when I talk off to myself? Don't you love that? Like seriously. You could I'm tripping. It ain't even that bad. Mine's is probably greater than yours, but it ain't even that bad. It ain't even that bad. That's the first stop is debt free. Second stop, some of y'all want to buy a house. I was explaining to somebody else. I said, what if I just give you a plan and you could buy the house cash? See, y'all get on my nerves. If you had a plan, 500 clients is $1,000. That's not that deep. 20 wait, never mind. 25 ways to get 20 people is 500. They could pay a firm, Klarna, whatever they want to do. $1,000 is not that bad. They give you $1,000, you made $500,000. Even if you didn't give the people all of the money, you have the money for the house. I don't feel like going through all of that. They make you sign all of this stuff. I don't want to do that. Amortization. I don't know what the heck y'all talk about. I put that stuff in ChatGPT. I literally put a loan in ChatGPT the other day. Like, I don't know, understand this. I need to speak intelligibly about this stuff. But the deals that I'm making now is like 5 million. So we're it's not, they're not like us. Like it's a little different. But the point is, I thought y'all would be excited about this because I'm really telling you that you're sitting on more than you're using. You're sitting on more than you're using, but you can't even believe God to make you debt free. That's like the smallest of the things he wanted to do. He want to make you a household name. Genesis 12:1 and 2. He said, I want to make you famous and distinguished so you can go to the world dispensing goods to others. But you can't dispense good to others when you can't pay your bill, can't pay your telephone bill, can't pay your automobile. You can't do that. You can't even think about it till your bread issue is solved. But you got to believe for it. Start speaking. What stopped you from saying debt freedom? Even if you don't see it. And now let the weak say, I am strong. Not think, not believe. Some of y'all like, I believe, I believe. Believe and knowing is two different things. Now, and believing ain't wrong. And I want you to believe until you get to knowing, but it's different. Let me tell you something. I'm married. Okay. I just wanted to cuddle with my husband. I was up early doing schoolwork and stuff. And I heard him get up. I was like, my ears, if you got a pet, you ever had the ears of your dog just turn? I was like, damn. I was like, babe, are you up? And he was like, yeah. Tell me all my business. I was like, are you getting up right now? He's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, I just wanted to lay on the chest for a little while. He said, come on. Then you women, why do we do this stuff? I was like, you didn't sound excited. He's like, what? He started laughing. I was like, you didn't sound excited. You didn't miss me? Did we just go through these changes? Okay, Lord bless the bishop. And I just laid there for a little, and now I got up like, okay, cool. That's I'm God is he's settling me in the fact that I I know who I am. Like I get up, I do work, I do all of that stuff, but I'm gonna have a balanced life. I'm gonna have a fulfilled life. I'm gonna have a joy. Listen, and I ain't gonna be worried about bills. I ain't gonna worry about God's business, lead a how to him. Like I'm just this is how I'm living my life. I'm living my life. I'm listen, you see the stress lines because my eyes was baggy where was it? Valley. Oh, I was looking stressed. It's a little dark. Don't do that, things, but I'm looking better. I'm looking better. Losing weight, I'm looking better. Oh, I gotta do something. I gotta remember that. Losing weight. So come on, y'all. I gotta write this stuff down because all right. So, but you got do y'all get it? Can you get it on the canvas of your imagination? That freedom. That's your first. Don't you buy another. Mm, mm, mm. Don't you buy nothing else. Get out of debt. Get out of debt. Get out of debt. All right. Write the plan down. Though it tarry, it will come. Write the plan down. Though it tarry, it will come. I'm gonna give y'all some ideas by the end of this broadcast. Number one, dream big. Dream bigger than you ever dreamed before. Dream big. I mean, what's stole your? I started making my dreams bigger. So let me tell you what I did. So I went to her. See my shirt, pile her folk, okay? Because she is powerful. I got 2 meetings today, and I looked at my organization, and I said, "How can we get it to? I mean, like, what if her was all I did? That that's what I want y'all to do. Those of you who have multiple babies, I want you to only think about one right now, okay? Focus. Oh, I got to tell y'all something. This is going to be apropos to what I'm talking about. Y'all know my daughter, she was rushed to, y'all don't know this, but I'm saying my daughter was rushed to the hospital on Friday night. I had just left there. She was fine. She didn't look great, but I thought she was fine. Um, Her husband called me in the middle of the night. The middle of the night calls are never normally good. And so I'm looking, and I just happened to go to the bathroom, and I looked up, and I was like, Eddie. And I was like, hey, son. He was like, PM, Lauren doesn't feel well. I need to take her to the hospital, but nobody's here with the children. So I was like, I'm on my way. So I'm half asleep trying to drive there to the house. Before I got there, my husband was getting ready to board a plane to come home. So he was like, did you hear? No, I called him, and he was like, what? Okay, I'll call you back. So he called, was on the phone with Lauren talking to her. Next thing you know, they text me the ambulance is on the way. So now I'm trying to get there. My husband's like, be safe, be careful. Called my mom just to keep me up because I'm like half asleep. So my mom's talking to me. I get to the house, ambulance is there, working on it. She has to go to the hospital. So he goes, and I got 3 babies. Now let me tell you, Kamari got up. That's the wrong one to get up because Kamari is so smart. She's going to scream. Okay, and if she gives you one level of screaming, like do whatever I want you to do, or I'm going to scream at the next level, and the next level is going to wake the whole house up. So she went to that next level of screaming. So she would scream. Then the baby, so the new baby is started crying, and I'm like, oh my god. Next thing you know, I'm just like, what is going on? Then next thing you know, Kennedy is at the foot of the bed crying. And I got 3 babies crying. I do not know what to do. And I just had to think, listen to this, y'all. Listen to me. I had to think, prioritize. 3 screaming. I don't know what to do. It's the middle of the night. I'm trying to make sure the neighbors don't think something's like it's a lot going on. So what I had to do was the 2-year-olds, they're screaming and crying, but they're not going to die. They can walk, they can talk, they can whatever. So I had to prioritize the new baby because I had her in my arms. I changed her, gave her a pacifier for a couple seconds. Then I put Kennedy in the bed. Kennedy said, milk, gave her some milk. And then Kamari just screamed on the floor. And I just looked at her. I said, well, then you're going to scream, or I'm going to put you in another room. You're going to scream, and she's still screaming. I said, you want me to pick you up? No. So I'm like, oh, what? And I got in that bed with Kennedy, and I had the baby in my arms, and we went to sleep. And, Kamari finally stopped. Why are you saying that? Because when you have multiple babies, you're going to have to prioritize, and you're going to have to take care of the one that needs you the most. Teach, girl. That's what I did. And guess what? They all were okay. By the time their mom came home, everybody was sleeping soundly. I just decided not to panic with my problems. Teach. I ain't calling my grandkids problems, but the challenge that I just decided not to panic. I started to panic, like, Mom, what am I going to do? Nobody couldn't help me in that moment. I had to do an assessment. I had to decide what was more important. I had to decide what was more critical. And that's the same thing with your businesses. You have to y'all see how I tied that in because you're a preacher, because that's what we do. You know what I mean? Like I looked at my babies. I looked at her School of Women in Ministry. I looked at How to Be a Wife Academy. Who needs me most? What do I need to do? What's the plan to get them all? I had to tend to all of them. I had to look at each of their individual needs. I had to understand Kamari's just crying. She don't know where her mom is. So she's just screaming. You know what I mean? So nothing's really wrong with her. Then I had to look at, okay, Kennedy was startled. So give her some milk. She's back to sleep. Then I had to look at you see what I'm saying? I had to decide. So I need you to comb through your life and comb through your business, Dr. Lisa, and just decide what are the needs, but only focus on that person at that time. I had to shut out two screaming babies while I focused on one. Focus on, baby, can you focus on me? Just had to focus. If you focus, you'll get it to where it needs to be. I got everyone where they needed to be. That's how I'm looking at my businesses. So I got a meeting today with my team. Her, where is her at? First of all, the first thing you got to do is do an assessment. Where are you though? Where are you? How many students do you have? Don't have no padded numbers. I love church folk. Church folk, they be like, yeah, we see about, or we got, don't tell me how many people you got on the roll. How many do you see on a regular basis? That's what you have. And so you don't have padded numbers. If I only got 40 students, it's 40 students. Then I want all of them to be at 1,000, but that ain't where we are right now. So if I got 40 students in her, the first goal is to get all of my schools to have 50 students. I think PMU may be right now, because of the certification, we may be the only one that's hitting that mark. So if PMU got 50 and let's say her has 40, I got to get 10 more to get to 50. And then How to Be a Wife Academy may have 25, and then I got to get 25 for there. Then my first goal is every place at 50. Every place at 50. Don't beat myself up well, we used to have 100 and something. We did, but we don't have that now. I still got enough to start with. Kadena, if I gave you a school and say, I got this school and it's awesome, it's for women in ministry and it's women from literally all over the world there, and it's about 40 people, that you'd be like, okay, a school with 40 people, that's a great start. You stop looking at what you have as all I have. Listen, I have to get started with. If you got a church and you got 10 folk, we got 10 folk. Don't have 20 because you got more than Jesus. Okay, he turned the world upside down. Stop minimizing what your seed. Teach, Pastor Monica. It's a seed of what it's about to become. If I had 10 leaders, first of all, I would preach leadership for the first year. Teach, girl. I'm sorry. I would teach leadership. Let me have 10 people that met with me. You can meet at my house. Oh, I got to tell you something about the house. I hope I'm staying focused. I'm not staying focused. Nisha, you might see her on here sometimes. She's a part of her. Nisha sent me an email yesterday, and she said, I went to church. My mom has a house church, right? She said, but it was like people there, right? And so she said, I went to their church today to visit her church today. And she said, and they were studying from a book, and she sent me the book. Why was it my book? She said her mom was raving about it. She said, Mom, that's the book I got you from my mentor. They was the I Speak Healing book. That's what they were doing at their church. So she sent me the pictures and videos of it. And she said, I hope this blesses you. That blessed my soul. Can you imagine going somewhere and listen, if I had 10 people that met, first of all, we would have the empowerment church. Like, don't play with me, okay? Because start a church. And I would be like, Kadena, let's say Kadena's here and Latoya's there and Dawn's there and Joy's there and Brandon's there and Dawn, I said Dawn already, and Pastor Carla's there and all of that. Oh, I would be like, okay, here's what we're getting ready to do. First of all, I would cast a vision of what this church is about to be, an empowerment church like you've never seen before. We're getting ready to go into the four corners of the earth. We're going to be like McDonald's. Everywhere you go, it's the same type of fries. We're getting ready to template this church to where it's whatever. And y'all going to be a leader, and you're going to be a leader, and you're going to be a leader, and you're going to be a leader. And I'm like, okay, Pastor Carla, you over this ministry, and you over Kadena, you over this ministry, and what we doing. And I'm going to train the heck out of them. And then I'm going to say, now you got to go get your 10. Now we at 100. Because Kadena she's over the women's ministry. And you like, Pastor Monica, there's no women's. Oh, to no women. Tomatoes. Why are we focused on that? She's over I got a whole church full of leaders, and I'm teaching leadership. I'll make them leaders. You got to go get the women. I don't care where you got to. You can reach them by caravan, cross the desert like an Arab man. I don't care how you get them, just get there. If you got to rent a van, don't ask me for no money because we don't got no money. We just a church of 10. Okay, rent Toro. Toro a van, and go to the women's shelter and bring these ladies to church. You get 10 ladies here. Period. Okay, you got 3 the first week, then you get 4 the next week. Then you got do whatever you got to do. All she thinking is ladies, 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 ladies. Brandon, men, bring me some men here. Bring me some men here. I don't care nothing about whatever you got to do. Whatever you got to do. Don't give me some young people here. I did this with our youth before. I said, everybody give me $10. Everybody looking at me like, give me $10. I said, now here's what I want to do. I want to buy, I don't know if we bought pizza gift cards or whatever we did. Everybody had $10 because people had it. And I said, now I want you to bring as many youth as you can. You see how much money we collected. I said, I want you to bring as many youth as you can. Get your friends to come. I don't care how you get them to come, but get them to come. We're going to have pizza here. We're going to have drinks, like Coke and all that kind of stuff here. And I said, and then for every person that comes, we giving them $10. Them people had their youth in there. You said you pay people to come. Listen, people pay for less. If I get to tell them about Jesus, what? And some of those youth joined our church. That's a cheap marketing campaign. Okay, just 10 Chris dollars. And I'm like telling Pastor Lauren, go to the bank and exchange this money and get Chris $10. So we was just giving out $10. No, we didn't. We didn't give it out to the people who came. We gave it out to the people who brought them, which gave them motivation. They were like, you can stay over my house. So people bringing 4 people, bringing 5 people. So if Zion getting $50, he's like, well, it made sense. Or you could hire a marketing firm and pay them a couple $1,000s. I got the kids in there. Then we gave away when they came, the Youth Sunday. We need to do this again. When they came to Youth Sunday, we gave away, what do they want? Foot Locker, gift cards, we gave. And we made the adults like, look. But see, that's what I would do if I was over your youth. If I was over, that's all I'm thinking about. I'm not thinking about the women's ministry because that's hers. I'm not thinking about the men's ministry because that's his. I'm not thinking about the marriage ministry because that's not me. I'm just thinking about the youth. Come on, y'all. What? See, I thought y'all, and I told you I was going. Think empire. You don't want it to grow. You just say you don't want it to grow. You don't want it to grow. Everything, if you have an organization or if you have a group, I want you to make all of them a leader. I'm not just handing out titles. That's why people are not motivated. You don't give them nothing to work for. Train them. You ain't a good coach until you can train a bum to be great. Teach, Pastor Michael, don't call the people about. I'm not calling the people about. I'm talking about people. All right, whatever. Until you can train it, I can take the weakest link and make it the strongest. That's when you're a good coach. I started to take one of my team members off of something because I don't like the way it's being ran. I was like, Pastor Monica, though, if you don't like the way it's being ran and they are running it, then what did you do? Did you give them a SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunity? Oh, come on, like opportunity, all of that. Did you do that? Did you work with them and tell them, here's what I would do? Did you work and say, did you put demands on them to say, you know what, by this time, do this, by this time, do that? If you've not exhausted everything you could do to make them great, then don't complain about what their performance is. And I was like, okay, God, I got it. But you don't have to yell though. Okay, you do what you want to do. Okay. So like when we don't do what we know, and it's uncomfortable and inconvenient to train and stuff, because you got to stop. You'd rather be like the parents say, I'll just do it myself. Let me tell you something. Your child is playing you. They know how to wash dishes because they go over their friend's house and they be like, you ever hear from your kids' friends and they be like, oh, Soraya is so respectful and she's so helpful and you be looking like, I don't remember the last time she cleaned, because they go over there, they playing you. Because they know they gonna have do the dishes, a little food on it. You be like, get move. Our mamas didn't do that. Our mamas woke you up in the middle of the night and said, get back down. We not doing, and stand right over you. Wash it again. It's uncomfortable and inconvenient, but then they know how to do it. I'm getting ready to train my staff to the next level. Oh, they're gonna be a beast. So you gotta make leaders. Make leaders. Train your help. Train your next. Where your disciples at? Where your disciples at? That's what an emperor doesn't do the job that the people in the empire do. I'm the boss of it. I'm working too hard when I should be using my brain to increase the vision. That's because I didn't train the leaders. I didn't train the leaders. And in church and stuff like that, leaders are lazy on purpose. I said to my husband, I said, some of our leaders that used to be a part of our church are glad they're not a part of our church. Do they miss it? Probably yes, because they ain't nobody like us. Do they, their lives, and I hear about some of them, like their lives are not that great. Um, but they ain't like being accountable. They don't want to have to sow. They don't want to have to, they don't want the tax of leadership. So I mean, whatever. Then train the new people up. Train the people that's here. I'm getting ready to spend intentional time with people so I can train them in the way that they should go. Period. But here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to accept mediocrity. I'm not going to accept average. I'm going to put my brain on it and say, this is what I would do. If you're going to lead this ministry, you at least got to start here. Now, you can always go greater than me. You can always do more than me, but you have to, this is the basic. This is the base of what I require. I'm teaching so good, y'all. This is the base of what I require. I want you to calm down your businesses and your ministries and see how many clients do I have. You got a detail business, you got 50 clients. Well, let's make it 100. How do I double? How do I double? And if I can't double without more people, then I got to train more people. Get some young boys and just, y'all's heard Philly. Um, and train them to do that. Have an apprentice program, okay? Pay them less, okay? Have an apprentice program. Show them how to do it. Show them how to do. I'll have a program for boys. You know what I mean? Watch those cars. Okay, like good. Learn teaching them how to detail a car. Give them bonuses. Give them extra. But I can do more when I have more workers. I can do. Somebody write that down. I can do more when I have more workers. I'm talking business and ministry. You got a prayer ministry, but how you got 20 people in your prayer ministry? You got 20 leaders in your prayer ministry. Because if you had 20 leaders in your prayer ministry, you would have 200 people in your prayer ministry. Because now the 20 leaders got to get at least in the first month, got to get 10 people to join the prayer call. Now we got 200. What can you do with 200 people on the prayer call? What can you do with 2,000 people on the prayer? You see how I'm going up? What can you do with 200,000 on a prayer call? What can you do if you grow? Stop thinking small. It's an embarrassment for real. I'm kingdom. You are not the tiny kingdom. Like, what you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? Are you willing to be embarrassed? If you're not willing to be embarrassed, you're not willing to be great. Somebody send that to me. If you're not willing to be embarrassed, you're not willing to be great. Say it again for the people in the back. Okay. If you're not willing to be embarrassed, you're not willing to be great. It is not until you're willing to look like a complete fool. Peter, like, I did not tell you, Master, we told here all night, didn't catch nothing. Launch into the deep, Peter. All my friends is watching me. They all watching their nets. Like, what is Peter doing? Peter know this time. He know these waters. He know this time of night ain't no fish in there. He listened to the carpenter kid with the bob. Like, what? It's funny until it's not. Teach, girl. You going hard. Teach. It's embarrassing until it's not. It's embarrassing until you have a boatload of fish. It's embarrassing until they have to help you. It's embarrassing to, until they get to eat because you obeyed God. Don't laugh at me, Sade. It's embarrassing till then. You listen. The first time I said I was going to have a conference in Dubai, people are like, "Let me see her pull it off." One of my friends said one of his friends called him and was like, "Do you think she's going to really be able to do it?" You know how to get in your head? That got in my head. Like, am I? Drown out the noise. Drown out the naysayers. Drown out the people in the boat who didn't choose to walk on water. If nobody came, I went. Teach. Oh my God, girl. If nobody came, I went. And if nobody came, I obeyed God. It was packed. Just so you know. Spoiler alert, it was packed. I'll post it. Packed. Sometimes more packed than the conferences I had in the States. People came halfway around the world. So yeah. Who's laughing now though? What Bonnie Ray say? Let's give him something to talk about. If you're not willing to be embarrassed, I told you the first conference in Dubai. Now I'm starting a school in Dubai. The first conference in Dubai, it was during Ramadan. Like, who doesn't check? It's the whole Middle Eastern. I didn't even think about it. I didn't even know. I didn't think to check their holidays. What do you mean we can't go outside until 7 p.m.? Like, what? I could have been embarrassed. People were like, PM, I got my ticket, but do you know it's Ramadan? I'm like, yeah. Played it off all the way. I was like, you, who's going out? Listen to this. This is what I said. Over 100 degrees in Dubai in the daytime. Who's going out? Stuff stay open to like 12 a.m., 1 a.m. Who's going? And we're in sessions during the day anyway. They was like, oh, right, right. I said, that's why the rates were cheaper, duh. I was calling Melissa like, oh my God, what did we do? The best conference ever. You can be embarrassed or not. It works out. All things work together for them who love God, who are called according to his purpose. That's me. So it just works out. Would I go again during Ramadan? No, but it worked out. The best. And we got to experience it actually. We got to experience Dubai during Ramadan. We got to see some things that other people will never see because they didn't go during Ramadan. Okay. It would take too much for me to be embarrassed. I would literally fall and be like, I keep on falling. Like what? I'll use it. You can't embarrass me. That's why I punk the devil because embarrassment is a choice. I'll use it in my talk. Like in chat, I went to it one day and oh my God. Let me just tell you this one testimony. I'm gonna tell you some things that I'm doing this week. Um, I'm building my dream team to for Kenya. I want y'all to go. I'm telling y'all straight up. I need y'all to go. If you can go, go. If you was thinking about it, like I'm really thinking about, I'm telling you, go. I went up to a girl at my church yesterday that I really wanted to go, and I said, hey, she had told me she was thinking about. It. I said, hey, I need you to go to Kenya. It was like, say less. She was like, okay, I'll get my ticket and I'll do. I just need 19 more people to say yes. All I gotta do is say yes. And that's just I'll build my team today, like just one by one. Toya's going, Dave's going. I just gotta build a team. I need a ministry team to go to. It's 2 months to pull it off. You all right. I know what to do. I won't be denied. I just won't be denied. I just won't be denied. I refuse to. I don't crack under pressure. I don't crack under pressure. If you're not willing to be embarrassed, you're not willing to be a success. I can't tell you everything that I say is gonna work. I don't know sometimes. I'd be like, okay, God. I remember preaching somewhere, and I'm a teacher. I'm a practical teacher that makes sense. I'm gonna teach you faith like you've never heard it before. By the time if you listen to what I'm telling you, you're gonna feel like you can smack a bear, leap tall buildings in a single bound. And she's funny and really cute. Whatever. Like either you like it or don't, right? Um, but this church like a bunch of screaming and hollering. That's not me. I get excited. I do get excited with the word. I'm a teach preacher though. I'm not about to hoop it out, but she can because she can sing a little bit. Okay, but whatever. This is I teach. That's who I am. I mean, if you look at my videos, you know what you're gonna get, right? So, one of their speakers couldn't make it to this conference, and so they asked me to come. I'm confident. I will remain confident in this. I will see. I know who I am. When I tell you this girl messed around and found out who I know who I am. Um, And so they wanted a bunch of screaming and hollering, and that's not who I am. And so I got up there, I taught a lesson. So a lot of my mentees from the area, I was going to say where it was. That's funny. From the area came, and I was teaching my behind off. They was like, "You killing it!" Like whatever. Those people were sitting there like, see, y'all would then question. Y'all would then question. You would then question your call. You would then question. You would have self esteem issues after that. Baby, I went out to eat after that. I said with my mentees, I told my sister, I said, tell them we're gonna all go eat at the diner and tell them where it was. And they was like, PM, we don't know about that church because you was killing it. And I was like, did you see how the people looked at me? And I was cracking up. And I was like, that went well. Did I stop preaching? Heck no. Was I embarrassed? No. I told my husband I ain't never going back to that church. My husband said, be careful. My husband gave me a warning. He said, be careful. He said, you don't want to get fired by God. Don't say what you'll never. I said, well, you put it like that. But they wanted, now they know who I am. Now they want the teaching. But at that point, they the year before they had this girl that was yelling, hollering, and screaming, and they wanted her back. They kept referencing her, and because last year what we heard, time to soar, is just all of that, and I just cracked up. I laughed so hard, went to eat, and kept being great. I know who I am. Stop trying to force feed yourself to people who don't want to eat what you serving. Teach, Pastor Monica. You just doing a lot on this Monday. Teach, girl. What did you say, PM? Stop trying to force feed people who don't want to eat what you're serving. Like it's okay. I'm a specialty. Everybody don't have great taste. It's not, like I'm good. I know who I see. I just let join me tomorrow. Let's help you find your identity. We're gonna have, because many of you had an identity crisis. That's why you can't brand yourself. You can't do this. You can't. What kind of conference you going? You don't even know because you don't know who you are. Every week, I'm not trying to morph into somebody else. Watch somebody on TikTok. I'm trying to preach like her. I'm trying. No, no, no. I'm good. God didn't. He did great when He made me. Like He was really good. It was a great day. And if you don't believe, stop saying you're uniquely and wonderfully made. You're a royal priest. Girl, bye. You don't believe none of that stuff. I'm not trying to be a copy, because the more you copy stuff, the less quality it has. I am good. Let me market who I am. And if I'm a specialty, I'm a specialty. It's all good. Specialists get paid more. I'm good. I love you guys so much. Let's start. Let's have a great Monday. Let's have a great Monday. I have a great uh, um, conference coming up. I want everybody to sow something on this Ridiculous Faith Monday. Pastor Monica, PM. Wait, let me see. I can't even listen. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. And Cash App is PM Global One. Everybody sow something. And I'm going to tell y'all when I'm putting posts out all week about the things that I'm doing. PM Global One. I'm building a team. I'm getting ready to meet right now. I'm having a job fair. Y'all don't send me your resume. That's gonna irritate me. I'm just telling you right now. Y'all need to, if you're gonna work for me, the first thing you have to do is follow instructions for real. Because like this girl's tolerance and patience, it might be perimenopause or 52, like I don't know what it is, but you have to follow instructions. Okay. I'm going to have a asking Melissa for a job fair date. I am hiring several types of people to work for me, to work for the kingdom. Travel is going to be Sade 1,000 times in this season, Cherie 1,000 times. I need everybody to sow something. PM Global One is the Cash App. PayPal is PM at PastorMonica.com. Zelle is Lady M Haskell at AOL.com. I'm doing another boot camp. Those of you who took my author certification, and even if those of you who didn't, you're going to want to be on the lookout for the boot camp that I am doing today. Latoya, you need to do it. I'm just telling you right now. Latoya be like, how much is this about to cost me? It's not expensive at all, but I'm getting ready to do another boot camp, so look out for that. I'm building a dream team for Kiana. You asked for information about Kenya. I'm putting information for Kenya out today. And I'm having a job fair. Doing 1,000 times in the season. I'm having a job fair. So if you want to work for the kingdom, work for one of the, you know, baddest empowerment companies for the kingdom, then I'm hiring her instructors, some more her instructors, because God gave me a word. I'm hiring some more relationship coaches for how to be a wife, because God gave me a word. I'm hiring people to be a part of my money team, which you will literally travel with me and do some things. Yeah, and it's very lucrative. All of these are paid positions, mind you. And you gotta do stuff, but you gotta work hard. I mean, it is what it is. But if you want to work with me, I'm telling you, you'll get you yeah. Everybody sow. I want everybody to sow a seed. Everybody get a seed. You need team. You need staff. You need understanding. You need y'all need to sow something. You need to sow something. You need to sow something in the name of Jesus. By the time the end of the year, I'll have at least a team of 50. I have at least 50 team members working for PM Global. I just wrote it down. Those of you who will sow later, I speak 1,000 times in this season. All right, I love you guys. I gotta go to my staff meeting. Where can I find these opportunities? You can follow me on Facebook. Follow me on Facebook. I'll post it on Facebook and Instagram. Not my fan page, Pastor Mon. Yeah, I'll probably put it both places, but Monica Haskell on Facebook, and it'll be a Zoom that you come into, learn about this. It's gonna be a job fair. Okay, what do you do at job fairs? Y'all better come ready too. We hiring people on the spot. If you're interested, and if you meet our needs, um, no bull crap. Y'all was nervous. I listen. If you think I'm getting close to PM to tell her my dreams and for her to coach me, you better join one of my coaching programs. Because when you work for PM Global, the only thing we're talking about is PM Global. Let me just put that out there, right there. You need to be a hard worker. You need to be willing to learn. We not here. We not here to hear about your problems or challenges. I ain't your pastor. Like none of that. None of that. None of that. I don't care what's going on in your life. I know that sound harsh. I know that sound harsh. I know that. Ooh, if you can't handle that, you can't work for me. If you wear your feelings on your shoulder, I don't mistreat people, but I won't be mistreated. Like all of that. Like you got to be about your father. But if you like to have a good time and you want to make things happen for the kingdom, then I'm your girl. All right. So yeah, it's yeah. No drama. You can't be crazy. Did you just say that? I'm telling you, the minute I noticed, I'm like, what? What did she say? Yeah, like I don't have time for none of that. It gotta be all right. I love you guys so much. Y'all sow, those of you who will sow later. Um, yeah. I love you guys so much. I love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you. Love you, love you, love you. All right. Talk to you soon. All right. Bye.